This week, obviously, we've been talking a lot about an issue that directly impacts the industry, which is this adoption of a new merchant category code among the major credit card issuers. Visa, MasterCard, and American Express have all said they're going to adopt this new code for gun retailers. There's been a lot of concern over this. There's been a lot of pushback from NSSF and other gun rights advocacy groups, including the NRA and GOA and others. But we wanted to have you on to see sort of a bit more of a deeper insight into what this is going to do, what you guys are concerned about with this change, and how it might affect, in your minds, these retailers that you represent. So can you just give us a basic rundown of that?
It's get a little involved. It's kind of wonky, but the bottom line is that Andrew Ross Sorkin, who's a business writer, New York Times, is also on CNBC, very anti-gun, came up with this idea after Parkland 2018, and he's been advocating and writing about it. And the proposal has gone before this international standard setting organization called ISO in the past and been rejected by the committee within ISO that works on these payment processing standards. And ISO is a massive organization. They write standards for thousands and thousands of industries, not just payment processing. But it was been rejected twice. And then we understand from discussions with the credit card processors and others that ISO asked Amalgamated Bank, which was sort of the sponsor of this proposal, to resubmit, even though it had been rejected at least twice. And by way of background, Amalgamated Bank is, they call themselves a socially responsible bank. They're a quote unquote woke bank. They're also very closely aligned with the Democrat Party. They're the bank of the DNC. They're Nancy Pelosi's bank. They do provide the banking services for Democrat campaigns all across the country. And as Amalgamated may suggest, its origins arise out of the unions. And the CEO is very anti-gun. And so they presented this proposal to require gun stores to have this specific merchant category code, or MCC. And so on September 7th, it went before ISO again. And apparently at the committee level that dealt with it, it was again rejected. But it was appealed that same day, which is very surprising and troubling, raises a lot of questions. It was appealed within ISO and then approved at a higher level within ISO. We still don't know exactly what took place in Geneva, Switzerland, which is where ISO is based. We know that there are members on the Hill that want answers to these questions, and they've started asking those questions of the credit card processors already. There have been meetings just within the last 24 hours on the Hill with some of these companies and members of Congress.
And I believe there's been a letter that was sent by 100 Republican congressmen to Visa that outlined a number of questions.
Right, so there have been quite a number. There was a large letter, 100 plus members in the House that was sent to the three credit card processors. There have been 2 Senate letters, I believe, that have gone already, and there will be more for sure. But so ISO approved this standard and created, or will create, a merchant category code for gun stores. Now, others that sell guns would not be captured by that code. So, for example, Walmart, because it sells so many different things, has a category as a mass merchant. And I don't know what the number is, but they have their own code. And it kind of the code is supposed to reflect what your primary business is. And then sporting goods stores, like an Academy, for example, or Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop, something like that, would have a sporting goods category that's different, even though they sell guns and ammunition. So now gun stores, which had been captured in a miscellaneous code as a specialty retailer, will now have a standalone code. So the concern is that once that code is implemented, and the three credit card processors have said they will implement the code, the standard, because that's the standard. But they've been very quick to say they don't want this, that they had been opposed. I don't know if they remained opposed. There's some questions there.